everybody. Welcome back. It's, of course, Sport Federation TV, where every week we take a look at what's happening in sport in the Western Cape. We've got a number of inserts for you tonight. Of course, we know that everybody's going into the Easter weekend, and there's going to be a couple of traveling sporting activities. But if you have been watching the show, you'll know, of course, that on a number of occasions we speak to Sarah Brody. She is the president of Women's Golf South Africa, of course, active in the Cape Town and Western Cape areas. Sarah, welcome back. We haven't spoken to you for a while.
Yes, thank you, JP. It has been a while, but what an exciting time we've had for women's amateur golf. So thank you for having me.
Well, I must say to you before we begin, thank you very much for talking to us over the last year. You know, during these difficult times, knowing that golf has been active, it's been a blessing for people out there watching the show and for other sports people to know the sport didn't completely close down. I think congratulations is in order to you guys. But I suppose the big thing is that you are now, well, almost 200% back to full scale.
Yes, that we are. You know, we worked hard over the last 2 years to continue ensuring that golf was safe. It is a safe sport to play, but we obviously had our risk mitigation plans in place and so forth that enabled us to reopen. And certainly during that time frame, our elite players have really been working hard. And the excitement is palpable because in the last few weeks, we've had incredible results in the women's amateur game. And no doubt we're going to chat about that. But there's some highlights in terms of international trips, but also what's happening domestically as well.
Well, let's start at the beginning because, as you know, we get some heads up from you. Well, you guys are very good at that. You're fantastic at the administration and giving us information in advance. So let's start at the beginning. Of course, we're really focusing on women's golf here. This is what your speciality is. The All Africa in Egypt. We'll start there.
Well, this is a junior event that brings together countries across the continent. And it was, in fact, our first international event in 2 years for the juniors. Bobby Brown from the Cape Town district, together with Samantha Watson and Kara van Khan, who are inland players from Gauteng and Ekurhuleni, were selected. We also traveled with the boys team as well, and it was a clean sweep for South Africa. We won both the girls and the boys team events, as well as the individual girls and boys events. So that was incredible. But you know, the opportunity to play alongside other countries from Africa is huge. The level of girls golf across the continent is going upwards, which is really exciting. And to have 9 teams participating was thrilling, and Morocco gave us a good run for it. But the girls put their heads down, and as a result, both teams have now qualified for the Toyota World Junior in Japan in June this year. So
Yes, that was going to be my next question. Is the Toyota World Champs? So was the Egypt event a qualifying event?
yes, it's considered by the RNA as being a qualifying event and also for the Toyota World Championship organizers. Each continent has a qualifying event, and the All Africa Junior was obviously for the African continent.
Just give us an indication of the RNA. Are we talking about the Royal and Ancient?
That we are, yes. It's also run under their auspices. So yes, it's great for these juniors to be playing competitively again. You know, Bobby laid the foundation. It is a team event with 2 scores counting each day. And she opened with a 5 under 67 and second round 68. And overall, the girls, together with Sam and Kyra, we finished 9 under in the team event. So that was an incredible effort for them. And obviously playing in desert conditions, you know, not something that they are familiar with. So it was a great performance, and we're incredibly proud, both of the boys and the girls.
Let's bring it back a little bit down to Cape Town, Western Cape side of things. It feels like it was just the other day that we were discussing, possibly was it from Westlake where you had the Investec Open. It feels like it was yesterday. You of course had that recently as well, the South African Women's Open Championships.
That they did. The Sunshine Ladies Tour hosts that event, and it's a co-sanctioned event with the Ladies European Tour. And in fact, we had 6 amateurs who qualified, and 3 of them made the cut. And the 6 amateurs included the likes of Isabella van Rooyen, who's from the Cape Town district, Megan Streicher from the Cape Winelands district, Swellendam Golf Club, and as well as Gabby Fenter from Free State. They all at least Gabby and Megan and then also Kira Floyd from Ekurhuleni qualified and played amongst the pros, and excited to say that Kira won that event as the leading amateur, and Megan from the Cape Winelands district finished second leading amateur.
Tell me about the Western Province Amateur Champs.
Yes, really exciting. You know, that has two stages, and we've had a conversation before about the difference between stroke play, where every shot counts, and match play. But just to say again, Megan Stryker from Cape Winelands went into a thrilling 8-hole playoff against Gabby Fenter. Gabby did win the stroke play championship. And then they went on to the match play. And in that event, Zara Lecure from the Cape Town district made the final against Kira Healy from Gauteng. Kira won that match play championship. And then in the flight division, two local players, Kristen Boyson and Kim Albertus, both made the finals, and Kim won that match. That match went to the 21st hole, so another exciting challenge amongst women's golf.
Sarah, one of your top performances is, of course, Caitlin McNabb. How's things going with her in the golf front?
Well, she's doing incredibly well. She's in America on scholarship, and she received an invitation and qualified for the Augusta Women's Amateur Invitational, which is actually played at Augusta the week before the Masters, and a stellar top players in that field. And wow. They take top 30 players who make the cut, and she made the cut and went on to finish tied 11th, playing the final round at Augusta. So she was a former South African amateur champion, former South African #1, and it just adds to these incredible weeks of amateur golf that we've been having.
They do quite a lot of traveling as well, the ladies. You had the Free State Championships with Samantha Watson doing quite well.
Yes, we did. Sam was part of the All Africa junior team, and her first provincial championship back, and she shot a 64 in the final round to win that championship. So there's incredible golf being played, but you know, it's hard work for these girls. They're very committed, and importantly for them as well, their academics. So they're juggling, some of them a grade 12 year, but they juggle their schoolwork plus the golf, and ensure that they keep fit and healthy, both physically but also mentally, with good eating programs and so forth. So it's a huge effort, and most of these players are actually in the Golf RSA National Women's Squad. So it's a nod to that program as well. And also we've got another international event coming up, which is the RNA Junior Open. And one of our younger players in the under 16 age group has been selected for that, Kesha Lowe.
That was going to be my next question, is what's coming up next? So when is that event, Sarah, and where is that happening?
That's been played in Scotland. Okay. But if you want to talk about upcoming events on the domestic circuit, we're very excited to launch our first mid-amateur interprovincial championship in women's golf, which will see teams across the country participating. I call them the 30 and wiser age group. And there'll be 3 teams competing from the Western Cape there. So very excited to launch this for the women golfers as well. We do a lot in junior golf, and the mid-amateurs are also a key playing community in women's golf.
Sarah, we're going to leave it at that. Fantastic stuff. I mean, the string of events that we're talking about, again, well done to you guys. Your women's golf program obviously just gets stronger and stronger. Unbelievably, you guys do it every year, and it just gets stronger and stronger every time. So, yeah, to you and the team out there, well done, and we're looking forward to finding out more.
No, thank you, JP. And if I could just say, you know, it's with partners and so many role players that we're able to do this. So just a nod to everybody who plays their part in Golf RSA and in women's golf in particular. We couldn't do it without them. So thank you. There
we go, folks. Sarah Brody, she is, of course, the president of Women's Golf South Africa. And wow, what an incredible string of events. And women's golf just going from strength to strength. And so good to see our Western Cape athletes performing not only locally, but getting an opportunity to participate at an international level. Well done. Folks, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll carry on talking about sport in the province. Back in a sec.